This guy
I can
is
get
crazy.
I can get a hot
I'm
dog and
confused
eat.
as hell.
But I'm
That's
So
saying I
in
can get a
crazy.
Paris,
coochie.
It depends
I'm
on what
Harold,
time you asking for the hot dog. It depends on what time
no,
you
in
asking for. If
Paris,
you
you
asking me for a
basically
hot
Well,
saying
dog
see,
at
I
three in
don't
the
know
morning,
I
I'm
about
gonna let
just
you
that.
eat
want a
it.
sandwich,
Maybe I'm the
right?
most. Maybe I attract some of the most best girls because it don't matter what I'm asking for. Anytime,
At
They
four
get
forty
it.
the type of
seven in the
women that
morning.
I'm with, the type of
They
women
get
I'm
it.
with, they take pride in doing for me. If I tell
I
them not
love
to
that.
do something, if I tell them
y'all
not to
missing
do
what I'm
something, they
saying. I'm
time
not
out,
saying
time
that
out,
little.
time out, time out, time out. If I'm telling them not to do something like, nah, don't do it, they get mad at me for not doing it. Even if it's in the middle of the night. Even if I just wake up and like, man, I'm hungry. Oh, let me go cook you
Mm-hmm.
something. Nah, don't do it. No, let me go cook you something. I mess with
That's
those type
right.
of women. I don't fuck with. I
That's
don't
right.
really attract too many women who don't want to please me and service me. Maybe
Okay.
I'm
maybe
not
I live a
meaning
way
that,
of life.
bro, in a
I
literal
find
sense.
joy in pleasing my man.
I
I
I think
wouldn't
love
I'm the
mind
doing
type
and
of
doing
woman
Yeah,
serving
that
that.
mine.
I feel like I
That
have to
I
don't
do it
bother me
love
at all.
doing
to do it
I
well.
anything
didn't
for
mean
my
that in a literal
king.
sense, y'all. I
Oh
didn't mean
my
that in a literal
God.
sense. I
I
meant
it
enjoy
could
I
be
meant
pleasing
the
a
energy
man
though.
that can
You
lead,
possess.
because not all men can lead. If you can lead,
Exactly.
I enjoy pleasing you. If
Because
I
I
got to be
love
Hold
the
it.
on.
man in a relationship,
I love when y'all
I,
say this shit because this is how I'm
that's
gonna
different.
debunk that. This
This
is how I'm gonna
right back to
debunk
what I
that.
was just saying.
Debunk it.
This is I'm gonna debunk it because why would you be with a man that can't lead in the first place?
Right.
because
So see,
because maybe
these are
because
excuses. These are excuses not to submit. In the first place, you don't got no fucking business opening yourself up energetically
That's
wise,
true.
physically wise to a man if you don't feel like it's qualified to lead you in the first place. Then we
But
don't
I
have to
guess
have
you're
this.
gonna
Mm-mm.
put. I guess you're gonna go back to the fact that I ignored the red flags. But how the hell you supposed to determine at the beginning if the
At
man
the
gonna be a
beginning.
leader or not when
Because
he
the beginning
when
be the
he
best part.
has all the
You
The
gonna
beginning
qualities
show
be
to
the
me.
lead and he's
sneakiest.
showing you that he's leading. But then all of a sudden I don't know what the fuck happens. He's not leading anymore, and then I got to be the leader.
Name these qualities.
What you mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know
Name
why
these
they can
qualities.
easily sit here and try to depict every little thing that we say though is because y'all really got it. Like, okay, James Brown says a man's world is nothing without a woman. But in
I'm gonna just give you an
actuality,
example. You don't
y'all
when you have a child for somebody, you don't automatically know they're gonna be a deadbeat. I'm gonna
no,
just
you
put it like
don't.
that.
Like that's what I'm saying. In the
You know,
beginning,
there's
everything
Okay.
no
be sweet.
signs that
So
Hold
you
told me this
on.
don't
nigga was
know.
a deadbeat.
People be
Wait,
Hey,
wait.
wearing
Hello,
Can
it's
I give
everyone.
landmines.
y'all
something.
an example?
One thing I
I
can't
used to be very
understand
go
is
ahead.
why
Go
it's
ahead.
so hard for women to take accountability. For men too.
Mhm.
But we're talking to
Okay.
women right.
I can
You
stand
sitting
up
up.
for it.
That's why stuff is gonna. I don't wish this on nobody up here, but with that type of mentality, the stuff is gonna continue to happen because you're still saying,
Mhm.
"Oh, I don't know, I don't know." So it's something that
It's
you're
not
not
that.
looking at. Hold
Mhm.
on, hold on. It's something that you're overlooking that you're not looking.
Mhm.
There's certain type of characteristics that you're drawn to, and when things start to manifest not in your
Hmm.
favor, and it blows up in your face, you're like, "How did we get here?" Because you're
Hmm.
overlooking things, love.
Mhm.
No, I think it got to do with the age that you meet the person. So, say for
I don't.
instance, in my particular
Well.
Oh
situation, no, you
shit.
laughing, but this is real. When I was in my 20s, I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now. Since I'm 39,
Mhm.
wasn't as knowledgeable.
Mhm.
So a lot of things I probably did. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Overlooked didn't know the proper way because nobody knows the proper way to love somebody, the proper way to let somebody lead, a proper way to be in a relationship. You got to learn that. You understand what I'm saying?
But
You
where
got
did you
to.
learn it from? Let's start. Let's get to the root.
Me
Hmm. That's a
personally, I
fact.
learned from
Mhm.
my experiences. I don't feel like nobody can teach me that.
Oh, so you
Everybody
ain't
have
gonna
their
know how
ups
to
and
learn
downs
it.
in a
That means you
relationship.
don't know how to love today. Then,
Mhm.
if you learn from your experiences and your experiences was traumatic, and you wasn't even loved the proper right way, then you just
Mhm.
duplicate more of the bullshit. You learn because you. All right. So look, I always tell people all today. Somebody asked me earlier, "What is love?" Love is God. When you serve God, you start to get closer to the
God
Most
is love.
High. Then He gives you the
That's
fruits
a
of the
fact.
Spirit, and then you learn how to love somebody. How can you love somebody
Hmm.
when you don't love God and you have a
Yeah.
relationship with God? So because that's how
Hmm.
you
Mhm.
learn love. That's how you learn
But
the
how
fruits of
can
the
you
Hmm.
Spirit.
learn if you never been
Hmm.
Hold
through
on.
nothing?
Hold on. No, you can learn certain aspects of certain things, of other things, but we talk about love. You don't learn love through trauma.
Hmm.
Mhm.
That's
That's
called
true.
trauma bonding.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just want to,
And
I'm.
hi,
I'm
there's
gonna
everybody.
give you an
also
I just want to
example.
say
when you
something.
grow
I'm gonna
up with
give y'all an
seeing.
example.
I
Go ahead.
just want
I'm
to
gonna give
say
y'all an
something and I
example.
want to leave real quick, okay?
Go ahead.
I have
Go ahead.
four sons. I have four sons, 25 and up. And a lot of the things that y'all were talking about earlier about the emotions and having not being able to show emotions or being taught the way for men to express themselves without looking feminine and stuff like that. I was put in a situation like that. Like I hustled all my life. So I've always been a strong woman, a strong single mother. My son put me in a situation, this was years ago, that he broke down and cried and he needed me and I couldn't be there as the mother, father, the parent that he needed at that time, that strong person that he needed at that time. I could not do it. And I had to learn another way. Being a single mother with the other children that I was raising, I had to learn another way to teach my children, my sons, how to be able to express themselves without being able to break down and flipping out. Because I've noticed that with men, when y'all get emotional, y'all flip out. Y'all don't know how to express yourselves in a
Those
meaningful
are
manner
male.
without getting angry.
So,
Not
so
everybody.
once again, love. Once again, what I hear a lot of people doing from the dude that was a troll that was up here, and from what you're doing right
Hmm.
now, you're putting everybody in the same category.
No,
Everybody is people are individuals for a reason. Everybody don't handle their emotions the same way, and characteristically is what you're talking about. A male is going to have a certain type of discipline about itself. A
no, I'm
man
talking
is going
about
to have a certain type of discipline about itself. So males and men handle things differently. A man is
I'm
not going to
okay.
handle his. Go ahead, baby.
All I'm trying to say is I have 4 sons. I love them all equally, but I love them differently because of their personalities. So in the beginning, like you said, I did categorize loving them all the same and treating them all the same. But when I saw that happen to my son, I had to learn that I couldn't do that to all of them.
Yeah, I get that part, but this is something totally different. That's not what I was talking about. We got to kind of like stay on the
On
exact
tone. Yeah.
Well, I went
thing.
backwards. I went backwards because I had came earlier and
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have a question. So I'm just trying to analyze what you just said, okay? So you was just saying that basically we have to hold ourselves accountable for what we choose in life, basically with relationships. So you had relationships that failed, right?
of
Yep.
course.
Okay. So did you hold yourself accountable for your relationships that failed? Like your last relationship with the young girl. Did you hold yourself accountable? Was there any red flags you missed in that situation?
Well, guess what? That's exactly what I said. If you was listening, I said my last girl does not put me in jail for something I didn't do. But guess what? Whose fault that was? I said it was my fault because
Yeah,
there
he
was
said
certain things
that.
that she showed me about her characteristics that let me know that she was capable of doing it in the first place.
So
That's
Damn.
you ignored the red
accountability.
flags. I didn't hear you when you said that because I wouldn't have
Yeah,
never
he
repeated
said
it. I
that
didn't hear you.
earlier.
Yeah, I didn't hear you. That's
I
all I
said
wanted to
that.
know.
Yeah, I said that. I stand on what I say.
Okay.
I don't just say it. Yeah, I stand
Right.
on it.
Well, see, man,
Well,
rather
what I
than
was gonna
like
say
All
to
right.
trying
Dr.
to prove a
10,
person
you were
wrong,
saying,
rather
how
than
can you tell when a man leads you? I used to be extremely aggressive. I had the same mentality from just past trauma, thinking, I gotta be controlling and bossy to a man and all that. I never thought that would change. But then when my husband came in my life, I knew he could lead me. You know why? Because something I felt inside of me that I never knew that I felt submission. I always thought
Facts.
about it, but I never knew I could be that. But he
Mm.
projected submission out of me. You understand? And to speak to him anyway that I spoke to guys before him
Hold
was
on. What
null
you
and
say?
void.
You said he did what would you submit? What you say?
I said when prior, where you want me to start at? What did he
You
bring?
say he
He
did
helped
something
me.
submission out of me. Just go to that part. What you say?
Okay, he helped the way he is. He helped me project submission out of me because I didn't feel like I never
Unpack
thought I
that.
could be
What that mean?
submissive prior to him.
And he made her want to be submissive.
I
Right?
think she used the wrong word.
Why you said
I
that? What
think
word?
he, I think he proved himself to be the man, and then you had to get the trust. You trusted him because of his actions, which made you allow
Right.
him to lead, which
Not
allowed you to
projected.
submit to it. Absolutely.
This is my story, and I'm telling y'all, I can see what y'all can use any words y'all want. I'm trying to tell y'all the way I was prior to him. No one could have told me that I could be a submissive woman. I grew up in Islamic household. I always defied against submission with women. I was traumatized of how a woman what a woman should be. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I used to be really aggressive towards men, very disrespectful. I never thought I could come out of that. So when I met my husband, when I'm trying to tell you, which I'm saying the right words, I never projected submission, but he helped me project submission that I didn't even realize was still inside me. That's what I'm saying. It's no misconstrued in what I said. That's what it was. And it's not because I seen in him, oh, you a leader, I could do it. It came organically. I didn't
Yeah,
think
but
it just
what I
came
was saying to
organic.
you, sis, it wasn't that. I was enhancing what you were saying was that
Yeah.
at some point he gave you some type of trust, and that's exactly what made you submit. Because I do believe that women, a part of our femininity is we
Mhm.
kind of feel like there is somebody that will make us submit. But
Mhm.
for you, I understand you didn't want to submit, but he allowed you to trust him in order to lead and take that role. That's all I was saying, boo.
Thank you,
Yeah, I get
Cat.
it,
Yeah, you
baby.
don't
I
say
just was
enough.
trying to say that some I didn't know that I could be that way. I inside me subconsciously I always
Thank you,
wanted
Cat
to,
Coins.
but I always took that as a sign of weakness. So I always held guards up against it. But with him, it came organically. I literally wanted to serve him. I literally wanted to be this feminine. I felt my femininity with him more than I've ever felt with any man I dated prior.
All right, so we're gonna move.